Peace. This is Waz for Waz Words Media back at y'all for another round. And let's go Knicks. Woo! What a game. Now listen. Hey man, he's young. He's still got a lot of years to go. But I'm going to go on a limb and say Jalen Brunson is one of the most clutch players I've ever seen in my life. I've seen a lot of clutch players in my 30 plus years of watching the NBA. I've seen guys like Reggie Miller, Steph Curry, Ray Allen, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I've seen many clutch performers. But Jalen Brunson's name deserves to go up there with all of those clutch performers I just mentioned. Your Klay Thompsons of the world. All of those guys. Jalen Brunson is up there with them. Yes, with the Dirk Nowitzkis, with the Ginobilis. All the clutch players I've ever seen play the game, Jalen Brunson's name goes up there with them. Because, my goodness, how do you follow up that Game 7 performance when he crosses? First of all, he didn't just cross and hit a game-winning three-point shot on just anybody. He did it on Asar Thompson, which is probably their lockdown defender. Crossed him back. He crossed him to Cancun. Bang! Sent him to Cancun off the cross. Step back, three-pointer. He not only did that, but then he follows that up with this game 1 performance, leading this 20-point comeback. And not only leading the charge in the 20-point comeback, he hit the 3 to put him up by like 3, hits another 3 to put him up by 6. Like, it was just play after play. And to end the game, this is why we got Mikal Bridges. This is why we got Mikal Bridges. The way Mikal Bridges came out to close that game, that is the reason why we got him. We got him to be a 3-and-D guy. And it was like clutch bucket after clutch bucket. And not only that, but he was getting it done on the other side, locking down Tatum. Got the clutch deflection off Brown. Like, these are the moments. This is why we got Mikal Bridges. It was for this moment, for Boston. It's just like Giancarlo Stanton. If he's going to be the Giancarlo Stanton of the Knicks, if he's going to be mediocre during the regular season, but show up when we play Boston and Cleveland, Mikal Bridges was worth every single one of those 5 draft picks. Because this is why we traded for him, for this moment, for Boston in the playoffs. The regular season, we got enough. We got enough cogs. We got enough soldiers to carry us through the battlefield to make it up to the mountain. We got enough of them. We got Brunson. We got Cat. We got Anunoby. We got guys to get us here. But now that we're here, and we got to climb that mountain to reach that mountaintop in June, you need Mikal Bridges. And if Mikal Bridges is going to be this in May and June, I'll sign up for it. Just like if Giancarlo Stanton is going to be what he was in October. But in any event, the Knicks are true wild cards. What is a wild card? Listen, it's not an offensive term. They may not be contenders anymore, but they're wild cards. And the difference between a contender and a wild card is not much. A contender is, in each sport, the two teams in each conference or in each league that you think will go to play for the championship, right? So going into these playoffs, the 2 contenders clearly were Boston and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference. Just like in football, you have 2 teams that'll meet for the NFC championships and 2 teams that'll meet for the AFC championship. Baseball, you got NLCS, 2 teams, ALCS, 2 teams. So the Knicks are not one of those 2 teams. When you draw up the playoff picture, Cleveland and Boston were definitely the 2 teams, especially since both teams swept the Knicks in the regular season. But the Knicks are true contenders. They're number 3 for a reason. They're wild card, not contenders, excuse me. They're true wild cards. Wild card is that 3rd spot. That spot, and the only difference between a wild card and a contender is that a wild card is a little less more consistent. And that little less consistency can cost you. You know, it almost cost us last night. We went down big because Karl Anthony Towns had 10 points and 4 fouls. Stuff like that separates a contender and a wild card. But a wild card, if all cylinders click, if you get Mikal Bridges from last night's ending, if you get that for an entire game, if you get Karl Anthony Towns that destroyed Detroit in a few games last year, and even that first quarter, because Towns came out scorching in the beginning. If you get that type of Towns, and you know Brunson's going to bring it. That's the thing, consistency. The only difference between a wild card and a contender is consistency. Contenders bring it every night. They bring it every night. They bring their A game every night, which is why it's hard to beat them. Wild cards, they take their foot off the gas from time to time. They'll come with an A game one day, then they'll come with a B minus C plus game. Then they'll follow that up with a B plus A game. Consistency. If we could become consistent in this series and take and bring our best, our A game to Boston every night, the way we did last night's second half, if we could play like that, Boston's got a real serious problem on their hands. So, beautiful ending to the game. If they could carry that second half momentum, the way they played in that second half, the New York Knicks can be, and how many wild cards have we ever seen win a championship? A lot. It happens a lot. In baseball especially. You get a lot of wild card teams in baseball that win championships. Because it's all about momentum too at the same time. Teams that get hot at the right time. And when all cylinders start to click at the right time, a lot of wild cards in baseball, especially baseball, and in the NFL, a lot of wild cards can win. And hey, we can be an NBA wild card. We could be that third seed that if we just play consistently, we played the way we played, that ending of the third, that fourth, if we play consistently like this, we have a real serious shot. I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.